Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. You can support the channel by becoming a member using the join button. In this video, we'll find domain and range of a function from its given graph. The given graph of the function is this red curve. On the left side, it starts at point -3, 0 on the x-axis, and at that point we have an open dot or an open circle. This means the endpoint -3, 0 does not lie on the function. The curve ends at point 2, -2 on the right side, and at that point we have a filled dot or a filled circle or a closed circle. That means this endpoint lies on the function. This is a very important concept we need to understand and memorize. Now we can write the domain and range for this function. Let's start with the domain. As you may know, domain is set of all possible x values for a function. So we have to analyze the given graph along the x-axis to find out what points on the x-axis lie on this curve. Along the x-axis, the curve starts at -3 on the left side and ends at +2. However, x equals -3 does not lie on the curve because of the open dot or the open circle, but +2 lies on the curve because of the closed dot or the closed circle. So we can write the domain in inequality notation as x can be any real number greater than -3 and less than or equal to 2. We can write this domain in interval notation as we use round brackets for -3 because -3 is not part of the domain, and we use square brackets for 2 because 2 is part of the domain. Now we can write the range for this function. As you may know, range is set of all possible y values for a function. We can find the range of this graph by analyzing it along the y-axis. The lowest y value on the function is -2 because that's the lowest point on the graph along the y-axis. The greatest y value on the curve is 1 because that's the highest point on the given graph. So the range is from -2 to +1. At y equals -2, there is a closed dot or a closed circle on the curve. That means -2 should be part of the range, and the given graph has its maximum point at y equals 1. So y equals 1 should also be part of the range. So we can write the range in inequality notation as y is greater than or equal to -2 and less than or equal to +1. Both -2 and 1 are part of the range. We can write this range in interval notation as we use square brackets on both sides because both -2 and 1 are part of the range. This should be the final answer for this problem. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to find the domain and range. I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.